Hello traders, this is the RSI Reloaded Part 2. If you have not watched the RSI Reloaded Part 1, you may do so before watching this. This video is for educational purposes only. It's neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell any financial instrument. It is primarily for the TSTW SYS 008
This is
traders.
RSI Reloaded Part 2. If you have not watched RSI Reloaded Part 1, you may do so before watching the RSI Reloaded Part 2. In this video, we will talk about the stable data that is governing the RSI indicator. The RSI is comparing, the bullish pressure, the bullish momentum, the bullish gains to the bearish gain. All right. Here we have another indicator that I put on the chart. I hope you have noticed. That's the orange line here. This is the simple moving average 50. All right. There is a direct correlation between, there is the RSIs have a direct link with the simple moving average 50, okay? When the bullish momentum, is superior to the bearish momentum, very often the RSI is above the level of 50, all right? Because the RSI can move from 0 to 100, okay? And we can see that the 50 is the median line, or right here between 0 and 100. That's the 0 line here. That's the line here, the black line here. When the RSI is above 50, it's telling us that the bullish momentum is superior, or the bullish gains, is the average gains, during the period of 18, the average gain during the period of 18 days is superior to the average loss of 18 days. When the RSI is below the level of 50, it's telling that the average loss is superior to the average gain during the period of 18. That's what we are seeing here. So the bullish momentum is strong when the RSI is above 50, and the bearish momentum is strong when the RSI is below or 50. What we have noticed, after many observations, we have noticed that when the RSI crosses above 50, very often the price also is crossing above, the simple moving average 50. Now, it's not very clear in this session here. I pay attention to this level. As the RSI, pay attention to the vertical line. As the RSI is approaching the level of 50, the price is crossing above 50. Remember that all indicators are trying to duplicate the price movement. You see the price move from here to this level. We are trying to have the same movement, depicted by the indicator. That's what we are trying to do. It's just replicating the movement of the price, duplicating the movement of the price itself. That's all. So there's nothing special. You want to. That's why I say to trader, priority to the price. Indicators will give you warning, but the price will give you the direct signal. Here you can see that the RSI is dipping below the level of 50. Pay attention carefully here. For the first time, it was going below 50. At the same time, you can see that the price was going below the simple moving at 50. Here you see the RSI went back near the 50 level, and the price also was approaching the 50 level. You can perfectly, use the simple movement 50 and know exactly what's taking place. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the moving averages are also smoothing the price. Sometimes they do better job than other indicators because the nearest indicator to the price itself is the simple moving average 2, period 2. Period 2, that's the nearest to the price. Moving average period 1 is the price itself. Moving average period 2 is the nearest to the price. So you can see here the RSI was crossing above the 0 line, above the 50 here. At the same time, the price was crossing above the simple moving at 50. In fact, when the RSI moved far away from the 50, we have a kind of deviation of the price in relation to the simple moving at 50. So nothing can stop us to use a Bollinger Band 50 volatility tool. All right. So when we are using the Bollinger Band 50 volatility tool, that will tell us the deviation of the price in relation to the simple moving 50. All right. I'm not saying that the RSI is a useless tool. It's a powerful tool, but traders are using it in the wrong way. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's a useful tool if you understand what the RSI is trying to do. It's trying to smooth the price so we can see, okay, the true progression of the price by discarding, okay, the exaggeration and the distortions, okay. All right. Here you can see that the RSI here, 18, is crossing below the zero line, below the 50, the level of, not the zero line, below the level of 50. But the price at that time was still above 50. In fact, you can see that the simple moving 50 was rising. Was rising at that time. Telling that the bullish momentum is strong. Simple moving 50 rising. But now the RSI dip below the zero line, telling us that okay, the bearish momentum is getting strong. This is an indirect indication that the RSI is telling us. In fact, those who are paying attention to the price will make excellent decisions. Okay? So, the stable data that is governing the RSI is that the RSI is directly connected to the simple moving at 50. Bullish momentum is strong above the simple moving at 50. A bearish momentum is strong below a declining, okay, a simple moving at 50. All right? Now, I do not want to talk other things because we are talking about a bullish momentum has begun. A bullish momentum, okay, has started very often when the price is crossing above the simple moving at 50. But the maturity of the bullish progression is something else that I do not want to talk about here. All right. So now, as you can see here, the RSI is coming near the 50 level, and at the same time the price touching the simple moving at 50. Okay, here it went above it, the deviation above the 50 in this zone. At the same time, pay attention to the vertical line. The price also was away a bit from the simple moving at 50. All right, you see now. Okay, here you can see that the RSI was hanging around 50. At the same time, if you like, we can highlight it so you can see this is the stable data that is governing the RSI indicator. With the simple moving at 50, we can understand more the RSI indicator here. Okay? When the RSI dip far away from 50, traders consider that, when the price moves far away from 50, traders consider that as oversold because they consider 50 as a fair value. And that's what we care about in this market, fair value, true value. Price move away from its true value, it will return back to its fair value, okay? That's what is happening. Move far away from it, return to its fair value, move far away from it, return to the mean. You see, if you move down too far away from its true value, you correct itself. Market is correcting itself all the time. All the RSI is doing is just try to, okay, retrace the movement of the price. That's what we have here. Here you can see the RSI. Pay attention to my vertical lines crossing above the 50 level. At the same time, the price crossing above the simple moving at 50. RSI is far away from the 50. The price is also far away from 50. As I explained to you in the previous video, I explained to you that when the RSI is overbought, it is pointing to us a resistance level. Now you see it. Here the RSI dip below the 50 level. In fact, this is a gorgeous signal here because the price was below. Look at this. This is a gorgeous signal because the price was below a declining bearish. Okay, you look at that. It's a bearish simple moving 50. And the RSI went above 50. All right, look at that. It's a gorgeous signal here. All right, then it went back below, complying to the price because, in fact, the RSI was a bit distorted here, so to speak. It was a bit distorted, should be below the 50, but it went above it while the price was here. Okay, here was another distortion here, a bit of exaggeration in this case here also. All right, but as I explained to you, when the price is going down, market stable, market principle, the price is looking for a better support level. You can see that when the RSI was near the was coming to the oversold zone for the first time, as I explained to you in the previous video, the price was here. Traders, smart money, always would like to buy at the best place. So they are asking the next question that a lot of traders are not asking. Where is there a better support level? So they say, well, this should be a better place to buy. Ask that question yourself. Every time you receive a signal to buy, every time you want to buy, ask yourself, is there a better place to buy? Is there a better value zone where I can buy instead of buying up here? So trader push the price down to the consolidation top in this session here to take it from there instead of buying here. But this was a buying place because, as you look carefully, the simple moving at 50 was rising nicely, telling that the bullish momentum is still increasing. If the simple moving at 50 is rising, but the price is not displaying higher lows, higher highs, it's bearish. The price is the number one indicator. On the other hand, if the simple moving at 50 is declining, but the price is not displaying lower lows, lower high, it's bullish because it's a reversal. Here you can see the RSI was still rising, but it's like you reach speed 5, but the car is not going anywhere. You hit the wall. You know, if you are in a speed 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 driving, and your car is not going forward, it means that you have hit the wall. All right, put the brake on. The same thing we see here. The RSI, we can use the RSI or the simple 50 as the speed is rising, but the price hit the wall here. Those who are paying attention to the price will always make excellent decision. Always make excellent decision. Those who are drawing the line will always. So you see, there was a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. This is not bullish anymore. We have hit the wall, so to speak. Okay. All right. So the stable data governing the RSI is the direct correlation between these two. Above 50, price normally should be above simple moving at 50. We will pay attention to the slope of the simple moving 50, but we must keep eyes on the price, the number one indicator. If it's truly bullish, it will display higher lows, high. The setup is one thing, the signal is another thing, the entry point is the most important thing. So what I'm talking about here, this is the setup. TSCWSY008 traders will use their signal time frame and then the entry time frame, TSCW24. Trading system that you're using, the higher time frame commands the lower time frame, setup, signal, entry time frame. I hope you find this video also useful, that it will help you to avoid trading mistake, that you may start enjoying your trade. I invite you to follow us, to watch the next video, because each video is very important, that you may also understand, few more things about this powerful trading tool, the RSI indicator. This is the RSI Reloaded Part 2. We are the TSTWSY008 traders.